So I lost my job because of the war here in Israel that's been on for more than a month now. Yeah, I've been sent to a non-paid leave, like a forced non-paid leave, and I'm not the only one like that. It's been many people just like me. More than 6 million Israelis are sitting at home and not working because of the situation, and I thought that it will trigger a huge panic inside of me, like financial panic. Oh my god, I have nothing to pay my rent with. And it's actually also true because I didn't expect anything like that to happen. But it was not the only fear that has been triggered by this war. It also triggered an identity crisis. So this external problem, this external issue triggered the internal thing that was sitting in me, I'm guessing, for quite a while. In this video, I want to address, inner struggles with self-worth, with identity, and everything that comes with it. So this whole month where I wasn't working, at first I didn't know for how long this war will last, and I thought at first it's gonna take like maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. But now, since it's like a pretty long time, I had a lot of time to think and self-reflect, and it made me feel so shitty and crappy about myself. The thing is, I'm 32 years old and I'm not financially free. I don't have a stable relationship. I'm not married. I don't have kids. And yeah, I don't feel like I achieved anything significant in my life during these years that I've been on this earth. The fact that I lost my job made me face this, shame and fear that I have actually every day. I just avoid it and I choose not to address it. It got me thinking that, oh my God, I'm so behind in life. Like, I didn't do anything with my life. I mean, obviously I did some stuff, but it wasn't as significant as I wanted it to be. A lot of people that I know who are roughly the same age as me, already got the family, they built the career, they are financially independent, they buying the houses, they owning a car, they live this amazing life, they travel. And this is one of the mistakes that people make. They begin to compare themselves with other people. First of all, you never know the situation of the other person, and don't know the conditions of the other person, the life, the little details. You just compare it without any context. And this is what I was guilty of doing during this month. I was just comparing myself to my sister who is younger. I was thinking like, oh, my sister, she's not even 30, but she's already got her own business. She's doing really well and she's a professional in her thing. And, she's way more secure financially in her life and she already knows what she want to do with her life. Whereas I have no idea who I am, and I'm already 30 freaking 2. Some people have this calling when they know what they want to do with their lives. Like, for example, as a kid, you say, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an architect, and blah, blah, blah. And I, as a kid, wanted to be an actress. But it was just, I didn't really pay attention to this thought. It was just more like a daydreaming of a child. I did a lot of things in my life, even owned my dog grooming business here in Israel. Although I wasn't born and raised in Israel, I'm an immigrant from Russia, and living in Russia was not easy too. Anyway, I was struggling with self-identity back then, and I still haven't found who I am up until this point in my life. And losing the job just made me realize one more time that it's still here. I still struggle to identify who I am in this world. What is my purpose? Why I was brought here? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? And all of these questions, they just were running through my head all of this time. And when you work, when you have your routine, when you go to work, when you do your stuff, you after work, you go to the gym, you meet your friends, you get lost in daily life, and you don't have any time to think about all of these existential problems and questions. So now when I have a lot of time, I just can't stop thinking about it. I just keep asking myself, who are you? What are you doing with your life? And I have no idea. I mean, I have some idea, but it's just so uncertain. I felt like I shame myself for not having that goal, for not having that calling and that certain path. Like I started to think and I feel that something is wrong with me because so many people already have their careers. They are getting the second degree, they're very successful, they're working, they're doctors, they're lawyers. And I also compared myself with my ex-husband. I was recently thinking like he's a bit older than me. He's like 5 years older than me, but when we were married, at some point he was my age as I am now. He was at some point 32, and but he already had his purpose and he was pursuing it. He was very successful and still is successful, and I'm nothing like him. I just don't have this certainty. It made me feel so worthless, if I don't have any built career, if I don't have any house or a car. And it's weird, if you think about it. Why would we think owning a car or a house or having a successful career, why do we think that it would make us worth more? We are the same person. It doesn't define my worth as a person. And I think that's a big mistake when people start to shame themselves. Like I do if by the age of 32, I don't have a stable family. I felt like I'm a failure, and also this like social pressure. But at the same time, I don't feel that it's true. I don't think that we should think about ourselves that way. I don't think that we should define our worth by the things that we own, by the things that we achieve. I know that it boosts our ego, but to me it was a straight correlation between losing a job and feeling worthless. So while I'm having a job, I'm okay. I'm just a normal human being who is following all the social norms, having a job, paying the bills, like buying food, eating, going to the gym, watching Netflix in the evenings. And once I lost my job, this image, that mirage that was created by our society was crashed. Like without my 9 to 5, I'm just nothing. And this is so not right, because it's so unfair to yourself, because different seasons happen in your life and sometimes it's shitty, sometimes you lose your job. Life happens, every day. Even if you're 32 and you're not sure what you want to do with your life still, I don't think that it's something wrong with you, because you exist in this world. You were brought to this planet and it doesn't matter what age you are, as far as you're breathing and as far as you're trying to do something with your life, and as far as you're pursuing something and like really trying to get through it somehow, like you have interest, you try this, you try that, and you develop, you grow. It's okay that you didn't find your true thing by the certain age. It's wrong to try and build your self-worth around your external thing. It's not what makes you worthy, not these things. And I thought maybe it's right to build your self-worth from within, regardless of what profession you are, what work you do, what car you drive, what phone you have, because all of these things, I don't think that they define us as humans. Because at the end of the day, when we all die, and we will die eventually, it doesn't matter what we achieved in our lives. It won't go to our grave with us. And nobody will remember what house you owned or what job you worked at. Nobody will remember. Nobody will care. And they will only care about you as a human and how you were with other humans, how you were treating them, what personality you had. And I think that is really, really important to realize. Because money come and go. And speaking about the age and feeling behind in life, this is what society perceives as a norm. Like to have a child and to have a family by your 30s, to have a stable career. This is societal norms, but it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's right for you. And I don't really grieve the fact that I lost my job, because my job wasn't like my dream job. It was just a regular 9 to 5 too, just to make my living, just to pay my bills. And what I really want to do, I feel like I'm still going there. I'm still figuring it out, I'm still walking and watching around and trying to identify how I feel about this, about that. Maybe I will explore it all my life. Maybe I will find something. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will find my love. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will have children. Maybe I won't. You never know. And for all of you out there who are feeling the same, who feel like they're stuck, have no idea what to do with their life. Sit in it, sit in this feeling and think about it. It's really helpful. But don't think about it in a negative way. Like, don't go into this depressive thoughts. Like, oh, I'm worthless. No, just think about it like from the mature standpoint. I know it's a season. It's just a season that will pass. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, and my name is Masha. We'll see you in the next videos, and love yourself, because you're the only one who you really have. Always.